doubt that he's pretending to be big bad Sheriff Valenti to get himself through this. "Do you know who your father really worked for?" Max asked suddenly. Kyle wheeled around and reached Max with 3 long strides. He pulled back his fist and slammed it into Max's stomach. "I said, I ask the questions!" Michael could feel everyone in the room tense up as Max almost doubled over. He shot a warning glance at Isabel, and she gave him a reluctant nod. Michael knew it was taking all she had not to hurl herself at Kyle, make the connection, and squeeze one of the arteries in his brain until it popped, which sounded like a good idea to Michael. He would have done it himself if it wasn't for the disc. What was that thing? It had to be a Project Clean Slate weapon, which meant that it was designed for use on alien life forms. Michael couldn't risk going after Kyle as long as he was holding it. "Anybody else have a question?" Kyle demanded. "Or am I finally—" Kevin let out a high shriek. It went on, shrill as an ambulance siren, and it made all the little hairs on the back of Michael's neck stand on end. "Shut him up!" Kyle ordered. Maria pulled Kevin closer to her, but Kevin kept screaming, his eyes locked on the closet. No, not the closet. All the saliva in Michael's throat dried up. Kevin's gaze was fixed on the network of veins that had begun to materialize in front of the closet. "We've got company," Michael announced. He jerked his chin toward the veins. The heart was already forming, already beating, and the other organs appeared almost instantaneously. Liver, pancreas, stomach, intestines, lungs. "Ding dong, Dupree calling," Michael heard Alex mutter. "What the hell is that?" Kyle bleated as muscle and bone began snaking between the organs. He backed up a step and stumbled, and the silver disc fell from his hand. Michael didn't miss a beat. He hit the floor and snatched up the disc. Kyle didn't even notice. He was transfixed by the body forming in front of him. It was complete now, except for the empty eye sockets. "I'm thinking we need a plan," Alex said. "I'm thinking it should involve running." Too late. The bright green eyes of Elsa Van Dupree materialized, and he pinned them with his gaze. "Well, hello there, sweet children. I've missed you something awful," he drawled, winking at them. "I thought you might be feeling nostalgic for the accent," he added, now without a trace of the southern twang he'd used for so long, parading around Roswell as the eccentric owner of the Astral Projector newspaper. But he wasn't a reporter. He wasn't even human. He was, in fact, the being who had murdered Michael, Max, Isabel, and Adam's parents over 50 years before by causing their spaceship to crash into the desert in what became known as the Roswell incident. Dupree reached into his pocket and pulled out the stone of midnight he'd stolen from them. Unlike the one in Trevor's hand, Dupree's stone gleamed with a green-purple light, pulsing with power. Michael fingered the silver disc. If he could figure out how it worked, it could drain the power of the stone, and without the stone's power, they might have at least a snowball's chance in hell of taking Dupree down. But if Michael made a mistake, the disc might also kill them all. He was still debating whether to risk it when Trevor stepped away from the wall and moved toward Dupree. "Trevor, stay back," Michael ordered his brother. Trevor didn't even glance at him. "You're the one," Trevor said, his eyes flicking from Dupree's face to the stone of midnight in his hand. "I came to this planet to deliver this to you." He held out the lifeless stone, but that one destroyed it before I had the chance. Trevor jerked his chin toward Kyle. Michael's mouth dropped open as Dupree took the stone, his green eyes glistening with eagerness. "It's not destroyed. It will regenerate its power." "I want to be allowed to work with you," Trevor told Dupree. "I'm willing to give my life to see the collective consciousness shattered." This was insane. Trevor was